Hey guys, welcome to Hughes History. We're going to bang out tariffs, guys. You need to know what a tariff is, so let me explain. And we'll take a look at it through the lens of United States history and when tariffs have played their important part. So let's grow our brain. All I got to do is get a little bit of water and we'll just dribble it on your heads. Okay, a tariff is a tax on an import. Say it like 1,000 times. And the main idea is that it is used as revenue to fund the government. That's kind of the non-controversial view of tariffs, is that rather than taxing ourselves, rather than having an income tax, or rather than taxing lots and lots of American products, let's just tax the French underwear. And in a sense, that's going to be a protection device for northern manufacturers. And we're getting closer to kind of the sectionalism view on tariffs. But northern manufacturers, if I can say American underwear companies, they love when you tax the French underwear because more people buy American underwear. Of course, in the South, and this is the Southern viewpoint, all they know is because they don't make underwear, they buy underwear, they're farmers. Please know I'm joking about the underwear. I'm really talking about products that one would buy manufactured to run a farm. And the idea would be when they go to Walmart, I'm joking again, all they see is higher prices. So let's kind of hopscotch our way through the main ideas. Early on, the main idea is that the Federalist Party, and especially Alexander Hamilton, sometimes I'll call him Alexander Schwarzenegger Hamilton, because the idea is that he's trying to strengthen the role of the federal government, A, by doing things like the National Bank, but B, by supporting really high tariffs, A, to protect manufacturers, but to fund that central government, which he's trying to give more power to. And early on, the anti-Feds, or the Democratic Republicans under Jefferson, really are opposing tariffs for those reasons that I outlined before. So let's just state it generally that 95% of the federal budget was tariff revenue prior to the Civil War. We were funding the government with tariffs. And we're talking about a 25% tariff, somewhere upwards of that range. So everything that's coming in is getting cha-cha-ching. Of course, that brings a danger, and we find that out pretty quickly. In 1807, we passed the Embargo Act, the Non-Intercourse Act in 1809, and we have the War of 1812. So in that decade, that 10-year period, we're really screwed because we're relying on revenue from imports and we're embargoing goods. So as the money's coming across the ocean, we're like, no, we're not going to take your stuff. We're punishing you, when we're really punishing me. And of course, the War of 1812 is going to stop revenue, and we're going to go into debt. And that really brings into the focus the next idea, which is the Tariff Act of 1824 and the Tariff Act of 1828, which is now passed by Northern Whigs. We have a new party that's kind of replaced the Federalist Party. The Whig Party, sometimes called the National Party, because they are advocating for the national government. And of course, they're from the North, so they're supporting higher tariffs. And they get those tariffs passed, really high tariffs, in 1828. And they are so high that the southern states see them as a threat to their economic viability. So they turn on the nullifying machine. Nullification was something brought up earlier in the Alien Sedition Act with the Kentucky-Virginia resolutions, where the southern states decided that they can empower themselves to basically ignore federal law, to ignore the tariff, just not charge the tariff. Just bring in the underwear. I like the French underwear. And the idea would be is that, in a sense, they're standing up to the federal government. And it was actually a Democrat, Andrew Jackson, who's actually going to put the squeeze on that. He was the one who put federal troops on the border with South Carolina and said, look, you're going to pay this tax, even though he kind of opposed tariffs in a general fashion. And he was for states' rights, but at the end of the day, he was the national president. So after that, the main idea is that Whigs, Northerners, and the new Republican Party, founded by Abraham Lincoln, are going to be advocates of tariffs all the way up through the Great Depression. In fact, it was Herbert Hoover who advocated raising tariffs, the Smoot-Hartley Tariff Act of, I think, 1829, 1830. I'm messing up my history, guys. That's embarrassing. But they wanted to raise tariffs as a way to dig ourselves out of the Great Depression. But this is even after the passing of the 16th Amendment. And now that we have a graduated income tax, we're taxing ourselves in a sense. We really don't need that revenue as much, so the argument kind of loses steam a little bit. The next really important idea, we'll just kind of fast forward to the future, is that we really don't debate this anymore. We don't debate this anymore because both parties, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, have taken up more of a free trade philosophy, an ideology that it's punishing to have tariffs on us because we are closing ourselves up to other free markets. Because, of course, if you're going to tax French underwear, the French are going to tax American underwear, and then nobody wins. So the idea is, let's be competitive. We can build great products, and people will buy them. Right now, 70% of imports have no tariffs whatsoever. They're completely free. And the tariffs rates on the rest of the products coming in, we're talking about 1 or 2%. And tariffs only represent 1 or 2% of the revenue that we generate that funds the federal government today. So the tariff issue right now is dead. Maybe someone's going to bring it back to life. That would be great. I love when things get brought back to life. All right, giddy up for that. Tariffs, a tax on imports. Main concept, the North likes them, manufacturers. The Southerners hate them because underwear costs so much at Walmart. All right, giddy up for that, guys. If you haven't checked out Hippie Hughes history, what the heck are you doing? I don't even know what to do with you. I want to reach through the camera and make you do it, but that would be impossible. All right, guys, there we go. Where attention goes, energy flows. Make sure that you check out the new show on H2, premiering on June 14th. That's Saturday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's called The United Stuff of America, and I heard it's really great because they have some really great people talking about American history. I wonder who I'm talking about. All right, guys, there you go. Giddy up. We'll see you next time. When you come for a little bit of the learning.